And for us as citizens and governments and leaders and officers, we need to understand that we are looking at the next 20 years, 30 years down the line. Elections are finite games. We fight in the election. There's a winner, there's a loser. But governance, once you form it, you work with that vision and see that journey and look at it for the state and say, well, I'm going to be there. The state is going to reach there in 20 years from now. And people will laugh. But we see the end, and we see how the things are going to move forward. In fact, that's not the end also. That's just one stop again. And then we keep moving forward from there. This process of thinking of how a government should work is what we have been trying to instill in the last 8 years. I use this platform and this opportunity to explain a few more, problems and misconceptions that people have. And people really complain about me, saying that, this man gets consultants all the time. What about our officers? Aren't they competent enough? Again, we have to realize that in governance, if the particular individual was enough, then Conrad would do everything. He would write the DPR, he would move the files and implement the thing, and also he would be the one who would ultimately go to the field and work. It can't work that way. Government, political leadership has a role to play. And I've explained that to you, that we create that thought process, the vision, and structure it with a policy. Our bureaucrats and officials then take that and add their, capacity into making that policy into actual actionable plans. And to be able to then look at that actionable plan into more micro detailing of getting all the world and global practices and ensuring that a system to monitor that and implement that happens requires experts that come in. And that is how things happen. And then obviously this chain keeps going on and we keep monitoring and we keep finding out things. Then Chief Minister monitors, he asks why this is happening, why this is not happening. We adapt, we make changes. Something is not working, we take it back. Something's working, we make it better. And this goes on and on and on. And that's how governance evolves. So, friends are coming to, again, back to, I'm sorry, I drifted away because I'm just, again, this is what Cyril talked to you about, and even Swapnil. It's really about passion. And for me, this is my passion. It just drives me to the point where when people ask me, aren't you tired moving so much? I said, I don't even realize it. I realize it actually when I'm not doing anything. Then I realize I'm tired. But then when I'm engaged in this entire process of governance and making things happen and moving the system, I just don't see anything else. And that's what Cyril told you about, that you just need to be in it so much that nothing will matter to you. It's just that goal in front of you, and you just keep going on and on and on to the extent that you start enjoying it. You don't look at it as a goal or a fact that, I have to get up tomorrow morning and again study. You look forward to it and say, I'm going to get up and study because I'm looking forward to it. When will morning come again? Because I want to get back to reading the papers. I want to get back to studying my, the books that are there. That passion is what is going to get you through. And that's what it's all about. But at the end, to conclude, please remember, and again, I'm speaking like an old man to you, but I'm speaking with a bit of experience I've had in my life. that things move on. Things move on. You give it your shot. You give it your best. Sometimes it's meant for you, sometimes it's not. I lost my 2004 election. And I cried for 2 months. And I could not believe that I had embarrassed my father, embarrassed my party, and lost an election. But then what Swapnil said, I got up again. I fell down, but I got up again. And I took a moment and said, well, what is it that I did wrong? And I realized that I did not connect with the grassroots. I realized that I was too aggressive and too short-tempered and very reactive. I realized that I depended too much on the brand name of late P.A. Sangma to get me through the finish line, and realized that, no, I need to have my own connect at the grassroots. People must know Conrad and I must know them. While the brand is there to help me, but ultimately the product will be tested by the people. It's not the brand, it's the product which will see the long-term benefit or whatever. And so I got up. I started working again. I walked from village to village. I slept in villages. I spent days and nights with the people. And you will not believe, I still am in touch with those people till now, even though that's not my constituency. But that failure of mine in 2004 taught me that I cannot take things for granted. And I must connect back to the people. And I must always be in touch with them. They still give me a phone call, because the number that I had in 2004 is the same number I have now after 22 years. And that's the number they had then, they called me on, and that's the number they call me even today. And maybe I would not have been like that if I had not fallen in 2004 and got up and shook myself, and I said, I must change. I must cool down. I must have my feet on the ground. I must be with the people. And that was maybe the purpose of that failure that I went through. And that was just that moment, of course. And that changed me. It changed me to some extent to the kind of person I am. Then 2013 failure, again I failed. And that again changed me even further. And I'm not saying that, I'm a perfect person, but I'm slightly better than what I was back in 2002, 2, 3, 4, like that. And please remember, as I said, my closing remarks are that only. Please remember, it's an infinite game. It's a journey. Important part is to be playing the game. Don't be outside. And in each game, you will win, you will lose, you will win, you will lose. But learn from every single moment that comes through. Figure out what you want to do. Be clear, as I said, on your thought process. I think what Cyril said is so important. You must know what you want. I think a lot of people don't know what they want. They just do it because somebody's telling them to do it. Some of you are here, say that I want to crack the exam, I want to crack the exam, I want to crack the exam. I think that cracking the exam is one part of what you should be thinking about. I think what should be driving you, and ask this question in your heart, is that why do I want to be an IAS officer? Have you ever asked that question to yourself? Or is it just because some friend told you that let's go and crack the exam, let's anything, and you're just driven by that? Well, if that is an issue, then I think you need to do a bit more soul searching. And I'll tell you why. Because hopefully you will clear that exam. And then you will be starting your life and your career not knowing what you want to do. And that's when you will get astray. I came into politics Because I told myself that I want to serve the people. I told myself that I want to be able to make a difference in people's lives. I told myself that even one person, if I can help, it'll give me a sense of satisfaction. That purpose that I decided very, very long ago drives me till today. And no matter what position I am in, whether I am an MLA, whether I'm an MP, whether I lose the election and I'm just a lost candidate, or I'm chief minister, that is that one purpose that drives me. You need to search within your soul and ask yourself what it is. Why am I giving this exam? Please ask yourself. The second part that comes for this also is that when you know what you want to do and you have searched within your heart why you want to be there, then remind yourself about this. In the most difficult situation that you may face 10 years, 15 years in your career, that will anchor you into ensuring that you get through that phase. And I always tell people, never again tomorrow say, oh my God, there's so much of work. I never seen Cyril complain to me. He handles one of the most difficult departments, I'll tell you. Maybe that's why some hair loss also took place, but that's different. But he handles one of the most difficult, headache. I don't want to tell you that because then you may run away from those departments in the future. But I'm just telling you. But I have never seen this man complain. He will just keep working. He's a machine, I'll tell you, really. He'll just keep working and he's never tensed. And I'm presuming, I've never asked him this actually, but I always presumed that he enjoys his work so much that he doesn't complain. He's exactly where he wanted to be. This is what he had prayed for, he had asked for. And so he can't complain about it, is what I'm presuming he's going through. So friends, enough of lecturing. I just wanted to share with you that, there's much more, a lot of things happening. Yes, keep your eyes focused on what you want to do, but see the ecosystem, what's happening. And we also realizing that this need for this ecosystem, need for this culture, I was very, happy when Swapnil used the word culture. That is exactly what we want. We want the culture of sports in Meghalaya. We want the culture of innovation in Meghalaya. We want the culture of STEM in Meghalaya. We want the culture of entrepreneurship in Meghalaya. And when we say culture, you know what I mean. It means even two people sitting together will start talking about innovation, and they will not be scared to talk about innovation. They say, oh, you know what, this water crisis that's there, let's sit down. Let's just figure out a solution to this. There's technology in the world where you can get water from the air. Why don't we propose and why don't we think of a solution like that? Form a company together and let's build this up. Maybe we'll go to Prime to see him elevate, meet Chief Minister, propose it to him. I want that culture. And that is a culture we want for competitive exams too. People should not feel alone. People should not feel that there's nobody else standing next to them and going through the same process. I went through this in 1999 when I was trying to set up my company. Not a single entrepreneur I could get in touch with, I swear. And I felt so lonely that no system was in place, that memory and that feeling is so deep even today that I said I will not let other entrepreneurs go through this when I get the chance to make a difference. And that's what drove and brought in Prime. Why Prime came is because of a small experience in 1999 which stayed in my heart and mind. And that is what we want to change. We are bringing the ecosystem. Sorry, I took too much of time. But the purpose I'm trying to tell you this is that it's not that we're doing this in a one kind of just angle. You mean somebody may just think that, oh yeah, suddenly CM just woke up and he wants to do this. No, it's a system we're creating in every level. Whether it's the entrepreneurship ecosystem, whether it's a musician's ecosystem, whether it's a sports ecosystem, whether it's for competitive exams ecosystem. The same formula, the same structure is what we're trying to now replicate in different areas. And this is something that we want to do. We are targeting, then the next couple of years, I hope it happens this year, but in the next couple of years, we should have our youngsters, our aspirants clear the UPSC. This is what we want. And we want many, many more. We want this to happen. It's not about just, one of our aspirants was mentioning about Meghalaya and the thing. It's not just that. We want our youth from Meghalaya to contribute to nation building. Can you imagine in the days to come, some thank you or Lingdo or Sangma will be the Home Secretary of Government of India. Can you imagine the pride that we will feel and remember this day? It's not about just, having our own DC or thing. Yes, they will have that. They will go through that process. But I see that as the next stations for us. That is a kind of aspiration, goals that we should work with. We should push us to make this happen. I get goosebumps thinking about this, that one day the Cabinet Secretary or the Home Secretary of Government of India will be from Meghalaya. I get goosebumps. But that is what motivates me and pushes me to say, no, we will do this. We'll do even more if necessary. Because we want it. Maybe it may not happen in the next 5-10 years. It may take, but we will lay the foundations for that today. We will motivate, we will create the ecosystem and push the system to that level where people who think we can't do it, we will prove them wrong. And that is the kind of hope and the kind of thought process with which we are moving forward. I congratulate Marty once again. I really look forward to the positive outcomes and the suggestions that you will give us. Remember, this is a conclave meant to get ideas. We don't know everything. Let me be very clear. We are maybe doing something that is wrong. Maybe you'll tell me that, sir, 50,000 is not enough. Can you increase it to 2 lakhs? Because that's the kind of expenditure. Or you'll tell us that, sir, can you ensure that while we have this whole thing in Mati out here that's happening, what about the additional exposure that's required for these aspirants? Could we have a program where we send them somewhere else for a week, 10 days, maybe interact with, some of the IS officers in Delhi, and see how things are happening to kind of push them more? I don't know. Please tell me. Please tell me. And I'm all ears. I want to listen. I want to understand. And I want to do things. So you have to tell me. And again, everything will not be perfect. Please remember. Nothing is perfect. There will always be room for improvement. There will always be areas where we can't improve. That's how things are. But I think the fact that we try is, I think, was very, very important. We must try. We must give it a shot. Otherwise, we will always regret it in the future. So I don't want regrets. Failure is something that is not entirely in our hands. But not trying is definitely in our hands. So I want to try, and I look forward to the suggestions from all of you. I once again wish you all the very best, especially our 7 aspirants who have cleared the prelims, and of course all others who are here right now who are aspiring to move forward. And as again said, it's not about just one exam. Please remember, Swapnil has mentioned to you there are 20, 30 such exams. There's so much of scope where people are not even aware about. Let us learn about that. Let us figure that out, create the ecosystem, provide the platform, give the opportunity and all the support, and let's make this happen. Wishing you all the very best for the future. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya. Kublai Shibun, Mathela, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the memorable address. Your continued commitment to creating such accessible ecosystems for the aspirations of the youth of Meghalaya means a great deal to the people, and especially to the young men and women who are preparing, even as we speak, for some of the toughest examinations in the country. Surely it will be some soul-searching takeaways for all of us who've had the privilege to listen to you, sir. Thank you once again. We now move on to the core segment of the program, being the felicitation of the successful aspirants who have cleared the first step towards achieving their dreams. The CM Inspire scheme was launched in line with the vision for the promotion of the potential of our youth in cracking various competitive exams. The incentive of 50,000 rupees for clearing the prelims of the UPSC and 1 lakh rupees on clearing the mains being provided is to support those hard-working aspirants who aspire to dream big by reducing economic barriers through this financial assistance. This will improve Meghalaya's representation in the All India services and also help to promote a spirit of excellence and dedication in the preparation for these AIS exams. This year, we are pleased to announce that 7 such young people have cleared the prelims and are eligible for the scheme. Their names will be called out in a while. The CM Inspire scheme stands as the state's recognition of their effort and as an encouragement to continue the climb. We would also like to recognize and felicitate the achievements of some of our aspirants from the AIS PETC Mati Coaching Center who have over the years successfully secured jobs in various government departments or banking sectors as per our records on reporting done by these successful candidates. May I now humbly request once again the Honorable Chief Minister Meghalaya Shri Conrad K. Sangma Sir to kindly do us the honors and distribute the CM Inspire incentive checks to our meritorious UPSC aspirants. The recipients are requested to proceed one at a time to receive their checks from the Honorable Chief Minister. Menangte Kupar, thank you. I also request our Director General Mati and Director Mati sir to please join the Honorable Chief Minister on stage. Kerlang Walter Soklet. Kerlang Walter Soklet. Please also come up Luciana Carsentiu. Sainmit Repasa. And a barrister manners. The other 2 aspirants who had cleared their prelims are not with us today, but I would like to announce their names, Rimalaya Siem and Banmanlang War Lendem. I would also invite Markor Linya Shilla to please come up on stage and receive your certificate. While the other successful candidates are coming on stage, I would like to request the CM Inspire beneficiaries to please come up on stage for a group photograph with the Honorable CM. Menangte Kuparlang, thank you. Kerlang Walter Soklet, Luciana Carsentiu, Sainmitre Pasa, and Abarista Manners. I would like to request Juliana Basiamoit to please come on stage to receive your certificate. Sngeobhalen Kharjana, Yale Chermang, Thomas Sumer, and Diana Kharbithai. Thank you so much, sir, for your patience, and a huge congratulations to each of our awardees this afternoon. May your journey continue to inspire the new batch of aspirants who are only just beginning their own climb. On behalf of the Meghalaya Administrative Training Institute and on behalf of every aspirant, parent, and teacher present here today, we thank the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad Sangma Sir, most sincerely for gracing this occasion and for the memorable address for the support to the youth of our state. Thank you to the special invitees and senior officers of the Government of Meghalaya for supporting us with your presence today. I also place on record the relentless support of our DG Mati, Shri Cyril V.D. Dingdo Sir, for helping us with the successful launch of this CM Inspire scheme and pushing the Institute to achieve higher goals. We would have missed our marks set for this year, sir, without your support. Thank you to our leader who leads by example, the Director Mati, Shri Swapnil Timbe, for ably guiding the Institute towards scaling greater heights. Your vision drives the Institute towards excellence, sir. I would be lacking if I forget to mention the teamwork and support of the entire Mati team in various capacities for helping bring this program together successfully. And most importantly, thank you to all the participants who responded to our invitation. Without you here, this would not have been a successful exercise at all. We have more to look forward during the day, and we hope to have fruitful deliberations for everybody's benefit. Thank you. As we come to the conclusion of this inaugural program of the Ascent 2026, I also take pride to announce that after months of working on it, today, the Meghalaya Administrative Training Institute will be officially inaugurating the Digital Learning Lab, or DLL, also known as the recording studio in layman's terms, which will help the Institute to record training contents for onboarding on the iGOT platform. This is a significant step towards technology-enabled learning at this institute and was brought about by the augmentation of capacity of training institutions, the ACTI scheme, and is supported by the Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India. I have the privilege of humbly requesting our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad K. Sangma Sir, to kindly do us the honors of inaugurating the DLL in person, for which the Director General and Director Mati may please escort our chief guest for a short walk to the studio. I request all to please stand in your own places for a group photo. In the meantime, I invite all to enjoy the high tea prepared at the lawn while the other officials are to be led by the Mati team, please. Please reassemble as soon as possible for the start of the technical sessions. As the Honorable Chief Minister proceeds for the inauguration, may I once again request all of you to